and the Rajya Sabha. Not just this, they also say that there has to be a full-blown discussion once the Union Home Minister puts out a statement, and they say something like this is very serious and this only deserves a robust response from the government. But somewhere, the government has indicated that they directly are not responsible for what has happened, though there is a probe that has been launched, and that probe only will go down to the reasons behind what has happened so far. The opposition has one other demand. They are talking of the BJP MP, Pratap Simha, whose office allegedly has given these passes to the intruder. Now, they say that he also needs to be investigated. Why is he not being interrogated? Why is action not being taken against him? But what does the government say? Earlier in the day, the Parliamentary Affairs Minister was speaking on the floor of the House, and he says, let's all come together because this is a matter of national security. He also says that it is not in good practice that the opposition continues to politicize almost anything and everything. But the matter, ladies and gentlemen, doesn't just end there, because this day has seen the suspension of 15 MPs, 15 Member of Parliament being suspended in one single day. One from the TMC being suspended from the Rajya Sabha, that is Derek O'Brien, and on the other side, you had 14 MPs being suspended from the Lok Sabha. The opposition says the government is running away from accountability, and that's the reason why they are acting against those MPs who are asking questions. But the other side, the government of the day believes that this is plain simple politics. Let's open the conversation because this is a very important debate that one must have. We've seen hardly any business being transacted also in the parliament because of all the ruckus. And let's also say good evening to a panel of guests that's joining us, that's going to be helping us understand what should be done ideally in a situation like this, whose heads need to roll, who's accountable, who's playing politics, and much more. I do see P.K. Mishra ji. He's a former director of the Security of the Parliament, and he's been very kind enough to join us in this entire conversation. We also will, I think, be connected with Sardar R.P. Singh Saab of the BJP in just a moment to answer questions that the government needs to answer today. Also on the panel is Shyam Prasad Meka, who represents the Congress. And the Congress says the government is running away from accountability, from their responsibility. Joining that chorus is also Mr. Gandhi, spokesperson of the DMK. Do remember, MPs of the DMK, the Congress, the TMC have been also acted against by the chair today for unruly behavior. And Professor Monojit Mandal, political analyst, he leans towards the TMC. He's completing our panel. And let's, before we turn to our politicians, get the first response from P.K. Mishra, who's a former director of the Security of the Parliament here. P.K. Mishra ji, sir, good evening and thank you for speaking to us on Republic. Why don't you first up tell us, sir, that when you see what has happened, you see the kind of responses that have come in from the government, from the speaker saying a high panel probe has now been formed to essentially go down into the reasons behind what has happened. But do you believe, sir, this is a huge security breach?
Yes, I can well tell you, I'm not going any side. I'm not a politician. I have got nothing to do with politics. I was a security officer, and I'll speak very frankly what has happened yesterday. Yesterday was one of the biggest incidents in Parliament and in the country. What happened? It was a breach of security. It was a very big security lapse. We cannot take it lightly. We just can't think that he brought a canister with a yellow smoke and that was lighted and he just jumped. That has nothing to do. No MPs were they were not injured. Everybody is safe. That is a different issue altogether. I can tell it is one of the biggest security lapse in the Parliament, rather than this 2001 incident, because they could not penetrate in 2001 into the building, either to Lok Sabha Hall or to the Rajya Sabha Hall. Here what has happened, they have jumped into Lok Sabha Hall and with the canister, and they have lightened the canister and the smoke was out, smoke was emitted. This shows clearly that, and not only that, they have wrecked it in the budget session. Sagar has wrecked it. Modernizing has acted, and they knew that the suit will not be checked. I repeat, the suit will not be checked. That is how they manipulated with a shoemaker. they could hide it inside the zoo and they brought it inside the parliament. This is too much. It cannot be tolerated. It's a very big security
But
lapse.
Mishra ji, how can that happen? How can that happen? You know, a lot of our viewers are not just curious, but they are very shocked. They say that this is a temple of democracy. Now, the kind of canisters that we have seen, is it that easy for anyone to hide that in their shoe and just walk inside? No one is frisking them, no one is checking them. Is that even possible, sir?
It is not possible. They have taken it very lightly, and Lok Sabha has suspended 8 of the security staff for dereliction of duty. But I know the investigation is on. The DG, Mr. Animesh, the DG CRPF is the chairman of the committee which MHA has constituted, and security experts from various security agencies, they are a part of it. They will go deep inside this. And we should not think that it is a small group of 6 or 8 persons involved. There is a funding for them, for the movement of these persons from Latur, Maharashtra, Chandigarh, and Delhi, and all these places. And the expenditures are involved. They have met in Mysore also. So you cannot tell that it is only these 6 persons or 8 persons are involved. This may be a handiwork of a very big group which may be operating, and the funding has been done from outside. We have to let us find it out in the committee what comes out. But at the present, I can tell you, the way they have crossed all the security panels with the outer cordon, the inner cordon, and the building gates, and the reception, and outer perimeter, then the public gallery gate. This is something surprising that the shoes were not removed and they were not checked, which they were supposed to do it. You go to the airport, they remove your shoes. You don't find fault with them. It's a part of their duty. And I have heard also people tell you it's very easy to take this type of items, powder and all, which cannot come out by frisking, and it can go to parliament or anywhere. No, we have got vapor detectors to detect any type of substance going inside parliament or anywhere. In airport, they have got the vapor detectors. We have latest vapor detectors with us, which can definitely find it out whether any substance is there in your body. The body scanner has to be there. The parliament should have the body scanner at each building gate, and they should have the vapor detectors also. And I do not know why. In fact, our gallery, public gallery,
I think you have, sir, very clearly spelled out the fact that this is a security breach. But then in the same breath, he also does say, and Mr. Meka, Mr. Gandhi, and Monojit also, if we can have him on the screens, and RP Singh Saab, he also does say that this is not the time to play politics, and these are not just 6 people acting in isolation. There have to be vested interests. There have to be, some puppeteers somewhere. And the idea is to get down to find out who really is behind this. But before I come into the opposition, Sardar RP Singh Saab, this does not mean that a statement from the Home Minister should not be forthcoming. The opposition says we are very concerned, and I think the government has also said they are very concerned. So what is stopping the Home Minister, sir, from making a statement? RP Singh Saab.
Well, the complete matter needs to be investigated. There are certain people on social media which states few things. So let the investigation happen, and then thereafter, a statement should be made by the Home Minister. Not right now. And we are hopeful that the next few hours or the next day or so, the investigation will give us some leads, or will help us to know, as the former chief of the security of the parliament was saying, Mr. Mishra was saying that it's not simply 4 or 5 people. There could be more people. There can be some people who don't want the parliament to continue, or who don't like the present parliament, or people who don't want to deflect attention from what's happening in the country, especially the recent elections, or the forthcoming Mandir, which will be from 26th January. So there can be many let there be investigation and let proper investigation happen. Surely the statement will be made.
No, but RP Singh Saab, sir, you make an important point, and I second that. That perhaps we can wait for the investigation to end, and then only it's fair that the Home Minister makes a statement on the floor of the House. But having said that, and before I take that to Monoji, to Mr. Gandhi and to Mr. Mecca, tell me one little thing, and then we'll open this debate up. That do you believe this is a security breach? Who's accountable? Who's responsible? You know, how did these people get inside? RP Singh Saab.
Well, yes, I accept the security breach, and it's not the first time it has happened in the Parliament. It has happened earlier also, but that doesn't absolve the present setup from what has happened. And then that's why security officers, Parliament has been suspended, and there's the inquiry on that also. Separate inquiry which is happening on that also, other than the police inquiry. As I said, there are a lot of pictures, a lot of things on the social media of the people who have gone there with a lot of leaders and with political affiliations. And then let's wait for the right time. And once picture is more clear, probably then we can get into more detail. But yes, this is a brief, and this needs to be seriously dealt with. And also,
let's wait for
getting to the bottom of the
developing story. There are investigations that are underway, Mr. Mecca. But in the middle of all this, what gives the right to the opposition to create the kind of ruckus that you have created? Is that even justified, Mr. Mecca? And should you not wait for a full investigation to come out, and only then perhaps he says that the Home Minister can make a statement on the floor of the House?
See, first of all, Deepthi, in the intro to this discussion, you very well summarized what is being demanded by the opposition. What exactly is problematic in that to you? You summarized it in this debate itself. And also, one point is, see, don't go by the cliched comments, right? What is this? What do you mean by saying don't politicize it? Okay, you're also writing, but is it the time to play politics? Politics full on? What nonsense is this? If politics is not talking about the security of Parliament and security of India,
Mr. Mecca,
then wait. No, wait. Don't. I know I'm not playing on your pitch. You will interrupt me. Okay? Listen. Then what is politics for? What are political parties for?
I just asked you who's playing politics.
No, wait. What is playing politics? What do you mean playing politics? What is it? You play it as if it is some sort of a bad thing. Politics is a good thing, right? That's what we are going to tell the people of this country.
What about creating disruption in the Parliament?
Like as if politics is some sort of a bad thing. Is it a bad thing? Is politics a bad thing? Tell me. Anybody in the panel?
No one says politics is a bad thing. There is a reason why people elect a member of Parliament.
What is the ticker on you?
But what shade of politics do you play?
That's the issue. Questions, put the government on the mat. All that I'm saying today, in a day today, Mr. Gandhi, 14 members of Parliament have been suspended from the Lok Sabha, sir, one from the Rajya Sabha. And the chair says all this has happened because of unruly behavior. You should have ensured that you've had a healthy discussion on the floor of the House, put the government to accountability, and not create the ruckus that the opposition did create, Mr. Gandhi.
Okay.
How is that helping you?
I will tell you, the MP who issued passes is happily sitting there. The MP who did Islamophobic statements is happily sitting in the Parliament.
No, that is also a valid question. If you heard my introduction, Mr. Mecca, I raised that question, and we'll ask RP Singh that question also.
I'll answer that.
No, we'll ask that question. It's a very valid question. We'll get Mr. Gandhi, Mr. Monojit, and then RP Singh Saab will respond to that question. Mr. Gandhi.
See, there are two aspects to the entire issue, yesterday and today. One is a clear Parliament House, which didn't happen in India. That exposes the fact that no one is secure and safe, including the Parliament. the house. The second aspect is when it is a genuine concern of safety, and that is raised by who have got all the to seek information and clarity. The government, instead of them, they are expelled. See, this is the systematic act of BJP government in pursuing above, which is pursuing, they came to anyone who wants and ask questions or silence. See the case of Ms. She is expertly sharing her, whereas BJP MP who gave the keys of the Parliament House and the keys of the Parliament House to the intruders. So this is a pattern of, because here we are having Prime Minister and Home Minister want to have in the house of the Parliament, because they want to convert Parliament office to a Barana Republic. Help their cronies. That is the reason to raise questions or silence. This is the pattern which the BJP government.
But he says, Mr. Gandhi, the government says this is still a developing investigation. The police has sought their custody. The police has got to question them. In the middle of all this, there are a lot of other details now coming up, and this is an allegation that has been made by the BJP that he possibly has links to the Congress, to the left perhaps, the TMC. You know, Republic does not vouch for these allegations, but he says all this is pending in investigation. Now, Monojit, why don't you also come in? Tell me, when the matter is being investigated, what should be the ideal response of the opposition? Should you wait? Should you wait on a matter as sensitive as this, Monojit?
What?
In case of Mahua,
Monojit
was not even investigated and you expelled her. In this case, matter is being investigated and yet Pratap Simha is very much in the Parliament. And that's why I call it a banana Parliament led by people. They believe in two standards of Mahua. They summarily expelled her, but there was no security breach. There was no threat of national. Nothing happened for the last. Despite the fact that Mahua shared the login ID for friends, no national security breach. Here, breach happening because of the case of Mr. Simha, who has his case, and I think stage managed. What it is? First person who should be arrested, not just expelled. Arrested is the person under whose name passes have put. That is Mr. Simha. That is history. He has remained this kind of a person before. He was BJP earlier. I have suspicion that he has orchestrated the whole of this attack for a definite part. And for that matter, immediate CBI investigation must be ordered by.
Sharing her login ID details with a third entity sitting in Dubai was a matter of national security. RP Singh, tell us something. The opposition says that there is a BJP MP whose office issued these passes. Should he not be interrogated also? Have you questioned him at all? Why has he not come to the fore?
Well, who says that he will not be interrogated or he won't be questioned? Obviously, under the parliamentary procedure, the concerned committee, which will be looking at the complete matter, will obviously question him.
Oh, did you follow the parliamentary procedure in case of Mahua?
I didn't
follow the quasi-judicial procedure in case of Mahua.
So,
I am asking you a simple question. He should be answering this question, sir. Why you walked up?
Monojit, let him respond. You raised a question. Let him respond. One by one, please. Let's not talk over each other. Monojit, please. RP Singh completes its point, then you can counter him. RP Singh.
Even Mahua Matra got a complete time and he got a complete opportunity to present her case. And then once he failed to present the case, and then the committee found that he is guilty, only after that the procedure happened. But even in this case, it is a process which he will also have to undergo. It's not that merely because someone raises a question or someone wants him to be hanged like this.
This is an open and short case. The passes have been issued by by this person, as Mohuaz shared the login ID. This is also open and certificate. The passes have been issued by this person. This is official document.
In that case, Mahua Mehta should have not been called by the HA committee. Mahua Mehta should have been called by the HA committee, should have been suspended and thrown out of parliament day one.
Monajit, you have an axe to grind. You have an axe to grind. Please pull back. Monajit,
Yes,
it's a very serious issue.
No,
It's a very serious issue, gentlemen. Let's not talk over each other. These are very serious questions. Very serious questions. I think that everyone must listen into responses. Monajit, because you have an axe to grind, so you're raising the issue of Mahua Moitra. But let me get in Mr. Mecca before I get in Mr. Gandhi and Mr. Mishra also. Mr. Mecca, are you making this an ego issue right now? Has the opposition zero trust in the government? So this is an ego issue right now.
No, Deepthi, it is not an ego issue. It is an issue of security. It is an issue of security of Parliament of India.
Or Congress party members are involved. If that comes under investigation.
One by one. RP Singh, I will come back to you. Mr. Mecca.
अरे सिंह जी आप शांत हो जाइए
On social media,
शांत हो जाइए
having linked with a lot of politicians. So shall we hang those politicians today? No, it's not a
जनता देख रहे हैं आप शांत हो जाइए भाई शांत हो
सर
जाइए
आप शांत हो गए थे क्या? मैं आपसे पूछ रहा हूँ जो फोटोग्राफ दिख रही है इनकी अलग अलग पॉलिटिशियंस के साथ क्या उनके आज फांसी लगा देनी चाहिए? वो इन्वेस्टिगेशन होगा, इंक्वायरी होगी, उसके बाद इन्वेस्टिगेशन के बाद जो रिजल्ट है उसके बाद होगा।
नहीं आरपी सिंह साहब अगर एक तस्वीर किसी नेता के साथ होती है उसका ये मतलब नहीं होता है कि दैट नेता इज गिल्टी। आई हैव हर्ड द बीजेपी making the same alibi.
No.
Please. This all depends on which side of the story are you right now. Mr. Mecca will complete his point.
Yeah,
Yes,
Deepthi,
Mr. Mecca.
I clearly told in one of the other channels also. See, this is a political system. Anything of this kind happens. It is not the time to doubt the other parties. I don't think any BJP party, even if there is a link established to BJP party by any of these accused, I don't think BJP party will do it. I don't think CPM will do it. I don't think Samajwadi party will do it. See, we are matured people. Let's deal it matured. The question is, why the Home Minister did not make a statement? You are saying, you are trying to build that narrative that, after the investigation, Home Minister will make the statement with full facts. No, I am saying the Home Minister is trying to find his political narrative
That's what
and then he will make a statement.
Mecca.
Wait, instead, Home Minister is responsible. He should make a statement and also say, we are awaiting full details pending the probe. That is what we want. Why not the Home Minister make the statement? So all this nonsensical discussion about going to Mahua.
That's a good suggestion. Mr. Mecca, that's a good suggestion.
Narrative building.
Yes. No, that's a good suggestion. That's a very valid suggestion, RP Singh Saab. I think that's a very fair suggestion Mr. Mecca makes. He can tell us the details that, are with the agencies right now so that he can give an assurance to the parliament, to the country that, something like this is unprecedented. The government is taking this at a very, very serious level and we'll keep apprising you of all details as and when we get them. How is that difficult, RP Singh Saab?
Well, the senior cabinet colleague and the senior cabinet minister, Rajnath Singh has said that in the parliament today, that that matter is under investigation.
Our defense minister.
And once investigation, is he defense
responsible? Home Minister or defense minister?
He is responsible for the security of the country. It's not just merely a law and order issue. It's a security issue also. And there will be a lot of angles and dimensions to the complete breach. So let's wait for the right time. And the defense minister has already made a statement to Parliament.
Okay, I don't think, there is anything else, Monojit, but this is an ego battle that is playing out between the government and the opposition. The opposition is hell-bent. We want the Home Minister to respond. The Home Minister says we are waiting for the full investigation, Monojit. So this means we'll keep seeing this happening again and again, Monojit. On almost any issue, every issue. So, but if
honorable to
security of the
control the law and
parliament,
order in Delhi, Mr. Amit Shah, under his nose, 50 people were killed during that riot in 2020.
Meanwhile, you will keep demonizing politics.
There has been a serial failure in terms of controlling law and order. Inside the parliament, you actually suspend our MP, including the leader of the Rajya Sabha Congress. You can't handle law and order. You can't even protect inside the Assembly building, which is a project of 20,000 crores. What are you doing? For God's sake, even if people used to clap or used to do something else with the MPs, what happened? They were unarmed, that's fine. Okay, young people, they could have...
play politics.
One or two.
What is that ticker saying? What do you mean playing politics?
I think it's not just statement from the Home Minister. Home Minister must take account for this level of inside the party.
I would call it playing TRP. If you say playing politics on your ticker, I would say playing TRP.
For a moment, let me get in quickly, Mr. Gandhi, and then PK Mishra, because I think, Mr. Mecca, both sides, whether it is the government, whether it is the opposition, everyone is playing politics. None of you are concerned about the security.
That's our job. You are playing
Mr.
politics.
Gandhi, do
That's
you
the problem.
want to weigh on what's
You are
going
playing
on?
politics.
What's the way out?
You are
this
playing
is a very
politics.
serious
You are setting
issue.
the narrative.
This
You
is
are
a very
being goody.
serious issue, Mr. Gandhi.
That is the problem.
But the government is not taking it seriously.
Mr. Mecca,
Seriously.
it's good to get angry. It's good to get angry sometimes, sir, but not always. It doesn't solve issues, and you are all politicians.
It's a serious
My job
matter,
is
but
to ask
government is not serious
questions, and
about it.
I'm glad that those questions rattle all of you.
That
Because these are
BJP.
questions people of the country are asking.
So, all
We
fairness.
talk of the country becoming a Vishwa Guru. We talk of the country getting into an Amrit Kal, sophisticated technology, weapons, everything. But look at what's happening in the parliament. Mr. Gandhi, who's to be blamed, sir? Who's playing politics?
That is what I am trying to say. Not an issue of politics. The Prime Minister is playing politics because they are bound to answer. Here is a case. Everyone can't out the BJP process. That BJP is not. That's the difference between the case and the BJP case. And secondly, pattern here. They are really serving the intruders to attack the parliament. Whereas when the MP raise the issue, they are sending the MP out of the parliament. Instead of answering, what they have to do is they have the parliament, the Prime Minister have to the parliament and tell the opposition. They are doing investigation, taking necessary action. Pending that, they want to say we are fair in our investigation, which they will not do. Because the Home Minister are afraid of they don't even they don't answer the question. They are converting the focus to banana. That's the policy.
The government need to answer questions. Opposition is not supposed to answer questions. Opposition is supposed to ask questions.
Yes.
Government should answer
I can
questions.
only hear Mr. Mecca. I can't see him. We'll get him on the screen. Mr. Mecca, yes, absolutely. You should ask questions. You should ask all questions, but minus the ruckus and the showdown. Who gets an advantage with all this? See, you're helping the government because the government will put the onus on you. You put the onus on the government, and we are lost with the real issues that people today are concerned about. I want to get in Mr. Mishra and then RP Singh Saab here. PK Mishra ji, sir, you've been hearing all these netas. Everyone wants to pass the buck. Now, as someone, sir, who's been in charge of the security of the parliament, can you tell me where exactly could things have gone wrong? Now, it begins with a member of parliament who issues passes. His office issues passes. We are also learning, sir, apparently these people also had conducted a recce of the parliament earlier. How could that be possible?
Yes, I can well tell you that, yes, any Indian can visit the parliament. We cannot stop any Indian to visit parliament. They have got every right to come and see their parliament from public gallery. So whether it is directly coming through Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, or coming through Honorable MP, that is a different issue. Honorable MPs, they have got the right to recommend their constituency member people to come and visit the parliament. But here I can tell, in case of this urgency in which on the same day or a day prior to the visit, if the passes are being issued, it is very difficult for the security department to check the antecedent of this person. At least 3-4 days before, it may please be recommended by honorable members. And here, what has gone wrong? I'm very practically, I'm telling that things have gone wrong in all the 5 layers of security. Every one they have failed. And they have recce'd twice. It's not only once. They have recce'd twice on 2 different dates. They came to public gallery and they have seen and just what type of checking is being done at reception, outer gate, building gates, and public gallery gates. And they could come to know that it is a suit which is not being checked anywhere, so they plan to get it inside. So I can well tell you, like an airport, public gallery of parliament. Parliament is, you see, it is our number 1 place of our country, and we are feeling proud for our own parliament. And here, what has happened yesterday, it has given a shock to the world. What has happened in Indian Parliament? It should not have happened after 2001. It's nice that all the honorable members are safe and sound. And nothing happened.
One of our viewers is asking whether we don't have the sophisticated equipment, the standards that you're talking about.
Yes, you have.
That can detect other kind of explosive things. Or does this mean that the security staff perhaps was lackadaisical? Monajit, give him 30 seconds. Monajit, give him 30 seconds. PK Mishra will just answer that question, then I'm coming to you. Mishraji, I will come to you. Give him 30 seconds. 30 seconds only, Monajit. 30 seconds. Mishraji.
Yeah, definitely the upgradation, I can well tell you. Just say, I don't interrupt you, sir. Sir, I don't interrupt you. Yes, this is your parliament, and I'm very thankful that all the MPs they take interest in the security of parliament, and for that, parliament should upgrade its security system. There should be body scanners. There should be vapor detectors, and the gallery. You all know that in the old parliament, the gallery, public gallery, is completely covered by thick glass. That can also be done in this parliament. So I hope that the CRPF and the committee will come out with a viable solution of it, and we should enhance the security of the parliament, and Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha security staff should be enhanced. Not only enhancing the staff, they should be trained properly how to utilize this technical equipment and technical gadgets. That has to be done. That has to be modernized.
It's very important for accountability to be fixed. You know, the country needs to know who's responsible for this huge lapse. I mean, God forbid, if instead of this canister it had been something else, who would have been responsible for what would have happened? There clearly needs to be, heads that need to roll. Monajit? Yes, Monajit, you can complete your point.
I tell
yes,
you
Monajit will complete his point. Monajit.
On your show,
yes, absolutely,
raising this suspicion and making this allegation, this could be
Monajit.
well-wrought plot by the BJP MP. This could be a well-wrought plot by the BJP MP, and he must be thoroughly investigated. He must be thoroughly investigated, because under his belt, he is personified too. And I am shaming the BJP for suspending those MPs for raising valid question about...
Are you a part, Monojit, of an investigative agency? The answer is no. Do you know something extra that the Delhi police, the IB and other agencies know? The answer is no. You know, it's fancy to come on national television as political representatives and parties to, just point fingers at everyone, Monojit. Please be responsible in the allegations that you're making, Monojit.
I am making this allegation.
You can
very
say the BJP MP should be questioned. There should be action against him.
Why did you suspend the
but to
people
say he's
who
a part of a
raised the
larger
issue
plot pending
rather than
investigation
the person who was involved in this conspiracy?
Is far-reaching right now.
Why didn't you suspend the person who was involved in this conspiracy? Who issued that passage? It is
Okay,
BJP's
let
MP.
Let RP Singh respond to that.
Well,
Okay, RP Singh.
Mr. Mandal, I hope you will
Why
give
no
me
action
patience
yet
now.
against Pratap Simha? Even prima facie, there seems to be no action against him.
Well, there have been two cases which have been committed before this crime was committed. And who issued passes for those? This also need to be found out. Who are the people, who are the member of parliament who issued passes then to do the recce? Now I accuse. Was it PMC? Was it Congress? Because there will be a picture of the key where Mr. Lalit with Mr. Tapas Roy, the MLA of the TMC party, which is in circulation. I didn't want you to politicize the issue, but I have been forced to do so. Now they need to answer that who issued passes. Was it PMC MP or was it Congress or was it anyone else who issued passes?
What is it
to recce? And as part of the bigger plan, they ensured that the final passes should be issued by the BJP MP so that they can accuse BJP of the fraud. I'm accusing them of this now. So let's wait for the complete investigation.
This is politicizing.
Your
politicizing on base level.
RP Singh Saab, I think much like Monojit, sir,
Base level.
what's the point in kite flying? This is such a serious issue. Now, I just, Mr. Mecca, please allow me another 30 seconds because I have to push that point a little further with RP Singh. Now, RP Singh Saab, just think about the situation. Had this been an opposition MP, who would have issued passes, you would have gone after him, no? You would have said he's anti-national, he needs to be investigated. Likewise, the opposition is saying, why are you not investigating your own MP?
Was photographed. Will be proven.
Let him respond, RP Singh. He's putting out that picture. The public does not vouch for the authenticity of that picture at all. RP Singh Saab. RP Singh Saab, what is this picture that you're showing?
And these people who has conspired. Will you answer that? Wait for the investigation. If you have to wait for the investigation, then the complete investigation happens. We'll come to know what the people who took the process or who held them to the recce also. Who held them? Who told them that you can get those fumes? Or
who has issued the passes? Who has issued the passes?
Who held them to the passes? Who made them to stand for them?
He's a member of parliament? Or was there a connection between your MP and Mr. Tapas Roy?
Mr. Mandal,
you're saying? That's what you're saying? And then prove it by any
PNC member would have issued that passes, or there could be a possibility of some other member would have issued that passes for doing the recce.
Now you are hiding behind this photograph.
This is
Shame on you.
what happened in the parliament. Unruly behavior.
Dipti, this is exactly what you wanted, right?
What's the point? People are watching this debate because they want answers, Mr. Mecca.
This will happen.
One second. Mr. Manojit.
Want answers.
Manojit, hold on. Dipti, see, I've been telling this. This is exactly what the debate is structured to do. But I refuse to accept and fall into that trap. The simple thing is, even if, a BJP MP issued the passes, fine. But I won't believe that he did it. No, wait.
Before this instance, they conducted recce twice. Now, who issued the passes that time?
Yeah, this is the usual stuff. Okay, calm down.
No, what is the usual stuff? I'm accusing.
But
I'm
RP Singh
accusing.
Saab, RP Singh Saab, let him complete. Let him complete. He's listened to all of you patiently. Mr. Mecca.
See, Deepthi,
One by
even
one,
if a
one by
BJP
one.
MP issued the passes, that doesn't mean the MP wanted this to happen. He might have थोड़ा छूट हो सकता है किसी से भी. That doesn't mean they are destroyed. Let it be any party's
You
MP.
should tell this to Monajit.
Right?
No, Monajit is drawing a direct
No,
connection. He's a part of the larger plot. That's the problem, Mr. Mecca.
Let me tell you.
Monajit does not agree
that
with
is.
you.
No, Manojit is basically reacting to RP Singh ji. You wanted RP Singh and Manojit to fight, and you increase your TRP. That's what you are doing. You are doing the politicization. We politicians are not doing it. That is the problem.
Mr. Mecca, come on. I mean,
we are innocent.
you are underestimating viewers.
Let's find out the real culprit.
Viewers don't want you people to fight. You can debate, have a healthy conversation, but armed with facts, sir. Right? I mean, you come on national television, you have kite flying. This does not help. People want to know who's responsible for what happened in the parliament yesterday. If the parliament is not secure, I mean, how can you secure the country? RP Singh Saab.
Only two demands. One, let the Home Minister make a statement.
What is your demand, Mr. Mecca?
Let a thorough probe happen. Those are the demands. Why we want to politicize this? Why you want to bring out Congress connection, BJP connection, and all this nonsense? You want to divert people. It's a technical matter. It's a matter for experts to probe. How do we prevent such things in future? That's what we need to do. Instead, we are showing some picture, photograph.
Okay.
He has a photograph with somebody.
Okay, I think that's a good note. That's a good note to end the conversation on. But I'll just give 10 seconds to RP Singh. He wants to respond to that. 10 seconds to RP Singh.
Well, Jyoti, I have only a very small point to make. That let the investigation happen. The Home Minister will surely make a statement in the Parliament when it comes to make a statement. But we still don't know who are the brain behind this. It's not that there were four of them, some individuals, because I've seen the statement of the opposition party saying, oh, they were the poor unemployed people. It's not all that easy. 37 years of age, PhD, MPL, doing all that big degree, having all that big degrees, and you're saying, oh, we are unemployed. This clearly shows that the bigger plan behind it, and let's wait for the complete investigation to happen. Who issued them the parcel for the Rekhi? That need to be known. That who allowed them to come to the parliament twice earlier.
We are awaiting a full investigation, RP Singh Saab. And he then assures the Home Minister will put out that statement on the floor of the House. Let's also see what happens in the Parliament tomorrow, and heads need to roll. Who's responsible for what happened? We'll continue to ask that question. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. We head into a break right now. On the other side, Arnab joins you with the debate.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 11th year, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, masscom, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
6 times faster without that level of increase in debt. India is offering products to the world and services to the world that are more competitive and that are also more added value. And that is one of the most important factors.
Can be even better.
This House, having taken a serious note of the ignoble misconduct of Sri Derek Oppn, member who has entered the well of the House, as also the inner well, and has been continuously shouting slogans, gesticulating aggressively at the chair, thereby disrupting proceedings of the House in utter disregard to the authority of the chair, and having been named by the chair, resolves that the above mentioned member, Sri Derek Oppn, be suspended from the service of the Council for the remainder of the session under Rule 256. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The motion is adopted. Sri Derek Oppn, member, is suspended for the remaining part of this session.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 11th year, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, masscom, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
World economies is huge, because in the case of India, India is growing 6 times faster without that level of increase in debt. India is offering products to the world and services to the world that are more competitive and that are also more added value. And that is one of the most important factors.
and is expected to go up drastically.